One of the uh, CCO students or the PVC students had asked, Daisy said, do I need to have a CPC to get a coding job? Why don't we do a poll real quick to see how many of you actually are working in the coding field but aren't certified? Are you currently coding but not certified? Yes, if you're working in coding but you're not certified would be a yes.
All right.
Okay, there are some. Okay, well, let me just kind of lay down, I don't know what I would say, they would lay down some facts, but some realities of the coding profession. If if you're trying to get into the coding profession, the fact is it's very hard. One is coders don't quit coding. You know, you could code till you die because as long as your brain is good, it's not physical activity, it's exciting, it's always changing, and so coders like their jobs, and so they usually don't stop coding, they just upgrade what they do and become auditors or specialize. So the people that are wanting to get into coding in the ground level, you really need something that sets you apart from everybody else that's trying to become a coder. And you see advertisements all the time that say things like, have a great career, code from home, stuff, and that's not reality. You have to have experience before you get to do that. So do your homework, find a really good course, and I would suggest that even if you aren't able to make the investment of getting your CPC yet, you can get a job as a coder. There are people out there
Mm-hmm.
that will hire you, in fact, but first it's not going to pay as well, but that's okay because that all chalks up as experience, and then you can use that to take off your apprenticeship when you do get certified. Sometimes if you really show incentive and that you are excited about coding, but it's just not feasible for you to get the certification right now because of financial reasons, there's some employers that once you're hired will offer to pay for part of that or all of that if you pass. And so, you can get a job, yes, in fact, if you are not a CPC. Are you going to have a hard time? Yes, you will. You will get paid less. But, don't let that prevent you from, especially if you go through a course, don't let that prevent you from trying. Also, when you see those advertisements that say, they want 2 or more years of experience, don't let that stop you either. That's what they want. That doesn't mean that's what they're going to get. Uh, just because, because the market isn't flooded with coders. There are plenty of jobs out there, but like I said, you have to market yourself. You have to let them know that you're excited and that you want to learn more and get more certifications. Let them see that you're going to be a good employee, and then get your CPC if you can't afford to do it now, because it is an investment. But is it hard? Yes, it is kind of hard to get a job without having some type of certification under your belt. If you take a course, that's good. You can get a letter stating that you took a course and you're qualified to take the exam. You just haven't done it yet. That's probably the next thing to do when
Great.
looking for a job.
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.